Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you a cool little plugin called Magic AB and how to use it in combination with my Perception plugin. Magic AB is made by SampleMagic and is for doing comparisons between reference tracks and the music you're working on. And lots of people have emailed me since Perception was released asking, is Perception the same thing as Magic AB? How are they different? If you have one, do you need the other? And can they be used together? So the answer is they do some similar things. They can be used for similar purposes, but they are different and they have different strengths. And I think they complement each other really well. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I use them together in case you want to do the same thing. So I'm going to start by showing you how I use Perception on its own. Then I'm going to show you how to use Magic AB with it and the advantages of that technique. And then I'll talk a little bit more about just the differences between the two plugins and how you might want to use them. So here I've got a project where I've been using Perception, and I've been using it in two different ways. The first way is to provide me with an automatically loudness matched before and after comparison of a song that I'm mastering, which is this one over here on the left. I'll just show you that quickly. So this is the mastered audio. And I can use Perception to do a loudness matched bypass. And you can see that Perception is saying that there is actually a 10 dB boost in level between the unmastered version, which is what you can see there, and how it sounds when it's mastered with the various pieces of processing I've got on there. But when you click bypass, you don't hear the level change, and you can make a really fair comparison between the before and after sound. And if you're interested in seeing more about Perception being used in that way, there's another video that you can check out. The other way that I'm using Perception is to compare the sound of this mastered song with these reference tracks here. I've got a Coldplay song, a song by Keen, and a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. Now, you can just see from the waveforms, Monarchy of Roses by the Chili Peppers is much louder than the other two references. So I'm using Perception. Each of those has a Perception source module active on them. And Perception is balancing the levels of those as well. So if I play back these songs, you won't hear them at their full loudness. You'll hear them at the same reference level that I'm listening to Perception at. And you can see the difference in the dynamics of those songs over here on the TT meter. But they're all at the same integrated loudness level using the R128 standard. And that's the other way that Perception can be really helpful when you're using it in a mastering context. Look how they shine. Now, there are some limitations, obviously, with that approach of using reference tracks. First of all, you have to have these three reference songs in your DAW, in your music software, whatever you're using to do your mastering or your mixing. And I don't know if you noticed, there was a slight delay before you hear each song playing back. And that's because Perception is automatically detecting which song is playing and applying all the appropriate settings for that song. And it takes a little time to figure that out. The other disadvantage, of course, is that you have to click around between the clips in your timeline, which some people don't like. And that's where Magic AB comes in. So I'm going to leave Perception enabled, but I'm going to switch on Magic AB and bring it up. Here it is. Magic AB allows you to load up reference songs directly into the plugin. And what's really nice about it is that you can set up loop points for the specific areas of the songs that you want to hear. And it just sits on your master output fader. And then you can switch between your references using the AB controls. So I'm not going to do a full demonstration of it now, but if we take this song that I've been working on as an example, so we're hearing that balanced with perception, and now I can switch over to my various reference tracks. Which is a really nice way to work. Now we've got seamless switching between all of the reference tracks. We actually could delete these songs from the playlist. We don't need them to be there. We don't need to use perception to do the reference comparisons. And we're able to harness the power of both perception and Magic AB. And because everything is loudness balanced, we can make really objective comparisons. We can hear that the Coldplay track has a much more dense mid-range. It kind of has those clangy, chiming guitars, whereas the Keen reference song has a much deeper, richer bass sound. And we're making exactly the kind of comparisons that perception was designed for, but with the seamless switching of Magic AB. Now, that's the power of using them both together. Just to look in slightly more detail at the different things that they're doing. I said that we were listening to those examples loudness matched, but Magic AB doesn't do loudness matching. So I have already loudness matched the examples that I have here in Magic AB. Over here, I've loaded up the originals, and you can just see by comparing the waveforms. I mean, just for example, there's that Chili Peppers song. It's way louder than the other two. Magic AB has a volume slider here that you could use, so we could match the levels in that way, but we still have to decide or calculate how loud we think those should be for the purposes of the comparison, because I don't believe there's really any point in doing comparisons of sound unless things are loudness matched. That was the whole motivation behind creating perception. So you could loudness match them by ear. You could use RMS levels, but I think the best way to match them is using the new international standard for loudness measurement that's used in all of these new loudness meters that are coming out. So you could just measure the integrated loudness of the whole song and then figure out how to adjust the level to get it to your target level. In this case, I've matched all of these clips to -16 LUFS, which is the level that Perception uses by default. It's a good compromise for conservatively mastered music, and also happens to match the standard used for iTunes Radio. And quite a few people have asked me whether it's possible for Perception to do the level balancing of the clips that are held in Magic AB, and unfortunately the answer to that is no. To do that, we'd need the outputs of Magic AB on different channels effectively, so that Perception could balance each one individually, which isn't possible. But you can save all the settings in Magic AB, so you only have to do your loudness matching once for each set of clips that you're using. And of course, Magic AB also doesn't have the loudness matched before and after comparison that Perception has, that ability to bypass any effects chain to hear the effect of your processing. That's the core functionality of Perception, really, and is one of the big differences between them. So hopefully that gives you a better idea of the differences between Perception and Magic AB, the strengths of each of them. Magic AB is great for seamless comparisons, but you do have to do your loudness matching by hand, and it doesn't give you that before and after comparison ability. Perception matches all of the loudnesses automatically, but when you're flicking between reference tracks, there is that little delay, and you do have to have all of the clips in your timeline, but it has the ability to do that loudness match comparison and also set snapshots to preview different levels of processing before and after. In my opinion, they work really well together, and the ideal solution is to have both. But now you've seen how they work, you can make up your own mind. So there you go. I hope you found that useful and interesting. My name is Ian Shepherd. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to get more videos like this one, or head over to the website productionadvice.co.uk, where there's a load more information on music mixing, mastering, recording, and maybe I'll see you for the next one. Thanks for listening.